been trying to perfect my intro for Tabletop Tales for quite some time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're getting there. It's hello everyone and welcome back to Tabletop Tales.
Getting into the full,
trying
YouTube.
to get the high energy start, and that's a good way of getting me into the changing my state a little bit and getting into it. It's a lot of fun. It's good.
I used to we would record the episode and then the guest would leave and then we'd do the intro and we'd talk about
a bit about, because this is just free flowing that you just talk about it after. That's a good way of doing it.
I used to write questions, but you get so sidetracked, and I feel like it's better just to have that normal flowing conversation, and then I just write a summary.
Well, we're going to talk a ton about D&D, I figure. That relates a fair bit to D&D. I hate railroading. I find asking or trying to be too stuck to whatever your aim is very, very, it's going to sidetrack you a lot. You're going to be frustrated with the fact that you've over-prepared and you didn't get the result you were looking for. You're not writing a book. You're trying to tell a story with other people. I think a podcast like this is a very similar idea.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, let's jump into it. So, D&D, how long have you been playing for?
I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons for 11 years. I'm 20 years old, and I've been dungeon mastering for the last 7.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
It's quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, mainly 5e, or do you use any of the other systems?
My first campaign I played in was my dad and his mates have all been playing since they were about 20. Mm-hmm. James Penny as well was one of their mates. And when I was in 6th grade, that was my first campaign. I played as one of their NPCs, and I came to love it. I had a couple of mates at school that had played before. So I started playing with them. I took on that character as a permanent character, and then eventually, in year 9, I ran one of the starter adventures, which was dive into Fandelver.
Yep.
Which is one of the starter kits.
Yeah.
And from that, we just had such a blast that I got stuck as the forever DM, which has been my pride and joy. And I started working on my homebrew world, Vextoria. We had 4 years of playing in my first homebrew campaign. We ran for about almost 90 sessions.
Wow.
And it ended great. And now we ran a mini series not too long ago called the Clavashani Blood War, which was set in an archipelago in the same world. That sort of brought the Blood War, this war between demons and devils, to the material plane, and they had to navigate that. And now we're on to another big campaign.
And is that the one that you're recording, or is that...
We've recorded all of the episodes of the Clavashani Blood War, which is just an 8-part mini-series.
Yeah.
Now we're on to... Yesterday we recorded our 3rd episode of what we're going to be is a bigger campaign.
Okay, yeah. That's awesome. Do you prefer homebrewing or...
Oh, yeah. I homebrew classes, homebrew spells. I'm all about it. Not too much to the point where it's an overpowered spell or whatever, but if people have a vision in mind for what they want to be and how they want to navigate the game, there's no harm in adjusting the rules a little bit.
Yeah. No, I've done, for 5e at least, I've run 2 by the book and then 1 homebrew, and the homebrew it's so much better, in my opinion at least. It's just more enjoyable to create what you want and go with it.
I feel the reason for that is that there's a little bit of fear of messing up the setting. I've seen that a lot. When I was running Fandelver, I had a bit of fear of if I go off the rails a little bit and I lead to a place that I'm not sure, then I don't know what to prepare. But that's just a skill that comes with time. And I think doing homebrew is an easy way to be I'm going to create this thing and it's going to be added because I've made the thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Is 5e kind of your main, the one that you like, or do you prefer other?
Well, we're currently running this campaign in 5.5, so the newest edition. We've homebrewed some stuff. We had to carry things over because it's not all fully developed yet. And we're doing our best to make it all fair. But no, we've tried out a couple systems. We haven't recorded them, but we've played we're going to be playing Daggerheart soon. One of my mates is keen on running Daggerheart. Yep. I've played Alien a few times. I've played Pathfinder. But the games I've run have all been 5e.
Yeah. We're doing actually on Sunday we've got another session. We've been doing a couple of Alien games.
Yeah.
And I really love the Alien. For sure, I wouldn't do it for a full campaign, but for one shots and stuff like that, it is just perfect to,
Yeah. It's really fun, and the character creation is so simple.
Yeah.
That it's really inviting to new players. That's something I'm thinking of doing when the next Geek Expo in Canberra comes about. That I'm hoping to run some tables, and I think one of my mates is likely going to run Alien.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Yeah. We're going to have like one table of Daggerheart, a couple of D&D, introduce some new players to Dungeons and Dragons
Just
and
get
other
into
TTRPGs.
Yeah. It's perfect for those kind of quick, short bursts. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I played a little kid ages ago when I played Alien, because like one of the classes is just called the Kid.
Yeah.
And I played this little Donnie called Benson Brown, and he was just the troublemaker, and we built all these relationships, and I'd like crawl through the vents of the ship. It was a good time. It was a great time.
Yeah. We've done Chariot of the Gods, which is like the first starter set for Alien.
Oh, cool.
I've actually done that one 3 times now.
You've done the same campaign 3 times?
Yeah,
Damn.
but with different groups.
Yeah.
But the last one, I homebrewed quite a bit of it because I've done it enough that I know kind of what works, what doesn't, and stuff. And one thing that I did was I brought in the Xenomorph into it.
That's the Predator.
The real one.
Yeah.
That was...
What was homebrewing like for Alien? Because I've got plenty of experience messing around with stat blocks for D&D, but I have no idea how like a stat block or any creatures work in terms of Alien.
It's weird because they don't have they don't have a proper stat block, I guess. And we played it, and then halfway through we actually got the 2nd edition, which is technically 1.5 those rules, which changed a few things. So there were some things that I kind of like, it's either not clear or you need to kind of interpret it how you want. So one thing, for example, was for combat, all the aliens have attacks, and you have to roll a d6, and whatever the number is what attack. So I think I got one which was I rolled a 6, first one, right? And it was I think it was like the second mouth like attacked.
Yeah.
But there's no damage indicator on it, so I don't know how much damage it technically does.
Right. Okay.
But with how it is, it's like it sounds like it was just instant death. Yeah. Like there wasn't any chance.
No, nothing to defend against it.
No. So that was quite interesting, and I ended up just going like, and I do it quite a bit. It's like a rule of cool, whatever, whatever helps the story, because it's not like it's a full campaign. If it was a full campaign, you might want to go with rules, but I'm more than willing to just let things ride. And
I love rule of cool, and I think with recording the new sessions, we used to play for like 5-6 hours when we were doing the like main campaign when we weren't recording. But now that we started recording, we cut those times down a lot more. Well, we were only playing for like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 at max. And what we need to do with that is like we've stopped rolling as much as we used to, where I think it just gives the players a little bit more freedom to have that chaos. And when they do try something that's a little bit too risky or requires some chance, that's when I ask them to roll rather than they're going to cook something or they're going to climb this wall. Like sometimes if it could be a threat or it's going to potentially alter the narrative in a positive or negative way that is going to amplify the story, that's when I make a roll, rather than getting them to roll for things that are just going to mean more time. You have to wait for the dice to roll and to think about it, and sometimes they just want to cook a good meal or jump over a wall. Like last session I had one of my mates trying to climb up and peek into like some air ducts. I was like, sure, you do it. And that sped everything up because they can now look into the room and they can figure out what they want to do in their plan of attack rather than slowing them down on the outside when all the meat and the good stuff is inside the building.
Just let them go with it. It's so much more appealing.
Yes, I think so.
Then also as well, like if it fails or if it's, you have to think of so many more possibilities of, rather than just going, all right, here's what's, gonna happen. We did one where so in the same game, the corporate agent, okay, so company guy, there were eggs in a shipping container, and they knew that the eggs were there, so we brought one of the NPCs and pushed him into like where the eggs are, and then just shut it.
Nice.
So he got infected, and technically by the rules, like I should have made him just roll to shove in there and see if it works and stuff. But I was like, it's so much cooler if he just does it, and because none of the other players knew that he was going to do this, because it's not
bit of a surprise. It could lead to something fun.
Everyone was like, what the fuck? So yeah, it just made it a lot more exciting and because then there's a whole other threat now. Well, there's going to be another alien at some point. When's that going to happen? And
and things like that create great narrative. If having like a potential NPC or a character that the party cares about, and doing vengeful characters and like NPCs all the time isn't always the play, but creating it out of like a thing that happened from the player's own like free will and choice is really, really fun.
Yeah.
I had a character ages ago, and we had like a player leave the table, and they stopped playing with us, but we took their character, and because of their backstory, it only made sense for them to be corrupted and tempted again by what was happening. So they already had this connection with this now NPC, and I could turn this character from trying to redeem themselves by joining the party into falling back into evil and darkness and fighting against them, which was a fun reveal after a long time of playing.
Yeah. You get attached to these characters.
Yeah. I've had a couple tears at my table, and it was my favorite thing. I've never enjoyed making someone cry so much. I run a prequel series in my world to sort of demonstrate and play through a catastrophic event called The Division, where in this like magical city ages ago, this like one guy got a little bit ambitious trying to like use his like magic in the city. And the divinity that the world was built upon created these large elemental titans that fought against the city and then the rest of the world, and it lasted like 100 years. But I wanted the players to witness everything that happened, and we could bring in some of the characters that are now it's 100 years ago in this thing. It's like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but there are characters that were linked to this story, so it was nice to show them and bring them in and get the players to actually run through this thing that hasn't been fully explored, and it created for incredible moments. It was awesome.
There's nothing better than the story. You don't get those kinds of stories from watching something or playing a video game even. It's something completely different, that joint experience.
I think that player agency is something I definitely want to dive into with Tabletop Tales. I'm currently working on a multiple mini-series that I want to run, where every once in a while, instead of just playing the main game, I'll run a second table with another group of people. So even though the main players will still go through their story as usual, and they'll get to experience all the story, but where there's things that are a little bit unknown or things that people in the audience want to know about, we can adventure those things by, instead of me just talking about them or trying to sprinkle them in, which seems may be a little bit forceful. I can bring players in to experience it. And also shift the tide. Because if I just said The Division happened, here's what happened, it's not as fun as being like, here's your character from ages ago, and I can like mention them in here, and then everyone's like, oh, fuck yeah. Like my character's important from ages ago, or my character did this and that, and these characters that we know and love are actually influencing the world, whether or not our characters from another game would have heard about them or not. I really think player agency is a super important thing for creating storytelling. And world building is a great skill, but I think most of the world building that has come from my world and my game has been heavily influenced by player agency.
How much world building do you just write pages of information, or do you have...
I've got about 600,000 words of my own writing.
Okay. More than just a snippet.
More than just a snippet. I've onto my fourth continent.
Right.
Some of them aren't as detailed because they haven't needed to be visited, but they've got like little ideas and information, but some of them I've got broader ideas. I think a big mistake I made in my first campaign was railroading it a little bit too much, where I had like the ideas and then I had too much about each NPC. I had like this stall and that stall, and every single person had like a thing, and every city had each markets and stuff. It's like, you're not going to go there for a little while anyway. I don't need to make it until we get there. You can lay down the tracks if the players are going a certain direction, and I think that's much more useful than being like, oh yeah, you went to blah blah blah. And something I've done with my newer campaign is I got all the players to make me different stalls and NPCs to actually put into the world based on the places that they would have gone to. That way they feel more connected to them by actually having created those characters.
Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. There's a lot more than I did. I haven't got that many words.
I play like 4 times a week.
Yeah, okay.
Not my game, but I'm a bit of a nerd. There's no shame.
No, not. It's good. Because how long have you been working with Geek Expert? Because you've been at a couple events, haven't you?
I've only been at a couple. Me and Tyler have helped out a couple times. I got to do the D&D trivia, which your partner won.
Yes. She still gets embarrassed by that. It's so great.
It was awesome. What a cool coincidence. No, but I got to run that. We are going to go to the next one in Wagga. I'm going to hopefully run another D&D trivia, make it bigger and better.
Yeah.
And maybe bring a couple along of my other mates. And then, fingers crossed, in November, I'm putting a bit of a plan together to run tables, which is what I was talking about earlier. We'll have a few different TTRPGs, a couple different DMs that I've known. We've built out a schedule, and people can come and play. And I've got the artist that's been doing all of our art for the campaign. We're going to sell some of her art. And we're going to try and get in contact with some people to sell some source books. It's going to be a cool time.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we can make it bigger and better every time.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah.
When we saw each other last, I know you mentioned about I can't remember the words, where you have like multiple tables and they're all connected. What's it called?
That was an epic.
An epic.
So there's another podcast called the Savage Bear Podcast, and they also do event work and run some tables. But one of them, his name's Mitchell. He ran the Adventurers League, which is a bunch of different games themed around giants, and we ran it at Epic again. And the story that we navigated were all individual stories. I was DMing for a lot of them, and I got to meet a bunch of lovely people. Some of them will be DMing in November with me. But the joy of it was at the end of the weekend, we all gathered about, and some of the DMs got to play, and it was like 8 different tables. Yeah. And the story was that there was this large bastion, and everyone was like a different group trying to infiltrate the bastion a different way, and the end combat was like the main villain split off into different like aspects of itself, trying to combat each other, so everyone could work together in the story. And then once one was defeated, the other ones would get a bit stronger, but you could help each other out. It was a cool way to bring them all together.
How would you even go about planning that?
It'd be difficult. I'd love to do something like that at some point. I think I'd want to use it to like represent like war in Vextoria, because you're never going to get like a 80 player table. Why not have like 10 tables and have all these different like battalions, and one group can be like the archers, or they could just be different groups fighting in a war that way, instead of having 80 people rolling initiative and going through and everyone's waiting like 10 hours to get to their turn. Each little group is important. You could swap play. It'd be a cool idea. It'd take some time and planning, but
could imagine like a siege. Each group is doing a different, like one's storming the back, one's that would be insane.
It'd be difficult to plan.
Yeah, everyone's got to have a bit of like shared knowledge. Like the DMs have really got to read up, but
We'll sit down for just a day and just talk about it. What's going to happen? How are we going to do this?
Running like test runs on each other to make sure. God, I didn't even know that was a thing.
The epics, me neither until that point. And it freaked me out as well doing the epic, because like the event, there were other people doing it, and I ran I think 5 or 6 games over that weekend. It was great. It was awesome. But going back from like I went like the starter kit and running like a pre-written campaign into doing homebrew for 4 years and then going into doing another pre-written game. It felt freaky to go back into something that I hadn't fully like just expanded upon myself. It was something where I had to read up on it rather than it just like living in my head from me writing it over time. It was something that was already there and written, and it felt like there was already a goal that had to be achieved rather than just like an intention you could put out, and whether or not the players want to grasp onto that or they can go elsewhere. And it seems like a pre-written game would be more simple, but those boundaries are a little bit more like hard to sit by.
Yeah, Curse of Strahd, I struggled with in that.
Did you DM it or did you run it?
I DM'd it. Yeah. So I've never played as a player.
Really?
I've only ever GM'd.
I'll have to have you on at some point.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I know the character I would love to play.
Yeah.
He's a bard.
Love bards.
He's a halfling.
Yep.
His name's Ronaldo. And
Nice.
he's just the worst. Just womanizer and
Oh, wow.
you know, like makes lots of jokes and very narcissistic, but it's just terrible.
Like the bard guy.
Yeah.
Right.
That everyone's like, oh my God, you know. But like he's around and you laugh at how not funny he is.
Yeah.
That's the dream. I want to play weird characters.
I like playing weird characters. I don't think I've ever played two similar characters. That's something as a DM, it makes it a lot easier to play. Once I've got some experience like playing a certain trope, I can take it from being a player into the game.
Yeah.
Like I've got my partner's brother, he runs a game, and in that I'm playing like this high noble paladin.
Yeah.
And he's very like magic should only be held by the right people, and he's very strong and powerful, charismatic. And then in one of my mates, Cole, he runs a game for us. He plays in Tabletop Tales as well. And I'm playing a artificer alchemist and a blood hunter mutagenist. I'm just playing this like coagulation of like science.
Yep.
I'm playing a little goblin. His name's Fester, and he's addicted to all sorts. He's addicted to alcohol, drugs, sex. But the whole thing is he's addicted to getting smarter.
Right.
So he's like super intelligent.
Yeah.
It's like, but he's just the absolute worst. He's got 7 charisma, and I love him. He's my favorite. He's like almost died of old age. He's great.
You've had him for that long?
Yeah, I think we've been playing that campaign for like almost 2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
We love playing long campaigns. They're good. To see a character go from level 1 to, well, actually, I don't think we've ever started at 1, but from like level 3 to level 17, 18, it's a good journey to witness and to see how the characters change and transform.
Yeah. If you never played at level 1, a few years ago for Curse of Strahd, they released like an almost prequel one shot.
Oh, cool.
Where it was like you do this and then those characters turn into the characters you would start.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good way of doing it.
Except you don't play as a class.
Okay.
You play as essentially a peasant, an NPC. And I think it's 0.03 of a level or something like that.
It's like a challenge. You'd have a challenge rating rather than a level.
Yeah.
I like that. I've seen that. I've seen people do that before. I think Critical Role did it, and they
really?
had they were all just like slaves, and they played NPC stat blocks rather than classes, and it was really cool to watch.
Yeah, it was certainly interesting going through and trying not to kill some of them.
You have to be wary. Very wary.
And it doesn't help when they are going out of their way to find a way.
Yeah.
There was one of them. There was a poltergeist on the stairs. Anytime you got up to the 3rd floor, it would push you off.
Nice.
And it was invisible, so they couldn't like stop it.
Yeah.
So the guy fell off like 3 times and went into death rolls. Had to be brought up by someone else. Which is very funny, but also I was like, just stop dying.
Yeah.
Just let me. But no, it was a lot of fun. But otherwise, starting from level 3 is kind of...
I think D&D actually recommends that. Like if you've got an experienced table, we start at level 1 for the pre-written game, but after that point, it's like you can only have like a cool backstory behind you if you start level 3. Like you've already got some magic and some subclasses behind you. You've got a little like a warlock can now have their pact, or a cleric can now have like their you bring a bit more theme into every character, which I think is a much better place to start rather than try and almost push a narrative that isn't apparent in how you fight or how you behave in terms of your magic or your strength, anything like that, which I really like doing. I like having that theme very apparent straight away. And that will shift and change over time. We had like a really odd bunch of characters in our first party, which was the final. They were called the Final Dontuno. This was the 4-year game, and they started off as just very, very classic, meeting in a tavern that they got interrupted by some undead that were trying to attack one of the party for whatever reason. They weren't completely sure, but over time they realized that one of them was pacted to this lich, and they eventually help like Vecna ascend. Cass tries to betray, and when he dies, he puts his sword into the soul to make the Sword of Cass. So one character who has like the Eye of Vecna pacted with Vecna, super like not super evil.
Yeah.
I want to touch on that too because I love. I think evil characters are difficult to run.
Yeah.
But like evil character, and then we had this like big brutish guy with the sword of Cass, and the sword's like telling him like kill La Fontaine, which is the other character, and to kill Vecna, which was a bit of like a clash in the party that happened for a while.
Yeah.
But they mutually understood that like, hey, we've got a bit of a common goal for a while. Once that's done, we understand what's going to need to happen. But they played it out really well.
Yeah.
Where there was some tension over time, but they didn't conflict heavily.
Yeah.
I think playing an evil character is a very, very difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
But it was done very well by my mate Lachlan. He also plays in, and his character was La Fontaine, and he was very to himself, and any moment he could have like to himself, he would like talk to Vecna, he would try to commune and have these relations and build upon trying to rebuild something that he used to have and build up in the division he lived in, and was trying to rebuild upon this city that was destroyed and build it into an undead city.
Yeah.
But he was good. He just was passive for a long enough time, and the final battle wasn't actually against like the BBEG. It was against La Fontaine and Vecna, which was very fun.
Right. Yeah.
It was cool to watch.
Letting that player agency.
Yeah, exactly. They had their choice to be like, hey, Vecna, we could make him ascend or not. It'll make Lachlan's character more powerful. We don't really know what's going on, but like obviously the players knew, but the characters wouldn't, and that was a good decision in the end because it created for some sick character moments.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. One thing that's bothered me about 5e is how they approach monster races.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about like the alignments?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about like forcing races into alignments or just letting like?
I think it's a good like starting point.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've got a high elven city that they follow Corellin, and they're very like elegant and noble, and they're very magical. They're very stereotypically elves.
Yeah.
And I've got an orcish city that are very brutish. They follow Grumsh, and they are
Grumsh.
That's the name of their deity. And they follow Grumsh and are very, very orcish, very stereotypically orcish. But that doesn't stop any of them from trying to like break that at all. I think the alignment chart, I think a lot of people hate on it. I don't think it's necessarily too bad. Like your character can make their choices. I don't think alignment is a strict rule book. Yeah. But I like the conflicts that can build from it. Big thing that I have played on in Vextoria is the Blood War, which is this conflict between, and a lot of people get confused by it, is demons and devils. Demons are chaotic evil, whereas devils are lawful evil.
Yeah.
Devils create pacts and create order, though in evil ways, and demons are just a wreck.
Yeah.
And they, on the front line in the Hells, they fight eternally. And we brought that from the Hells into the material plane briefly in the mini-series that we ran. But I think that's a cool way of representing alignment, is showing it through what the disagreements are between chaos and law. Or good and evil. Good and evil less so. I've really played on the idea of law and chaos being a very disagreeable opinion rather than good and evil.
Yeah.
And I've had some characters that have really played into that, and it's been a lot more fun than just being like, I hate the evil guy. It's like, actually, you can be evil. Just follow the rules.
Interesting. I've never had. I mean, other than the alien one shots, I've never had anyone outwardly be like, I'm even really great. Like they've been quite heroes, I guess.
It's much easier to play.
Yeah.
Monster races. There was something else. I don't think monster races are bad at all. Like goblin modes are fun.
I love goblins.
Goblins are great.
Yeah.
But I think in one of the mini-series I'm about to run, I'm going to set it in the Feywild, and I've just let the players have free agency on what they sort of want to run. So I'm going to have one player playing a pixie, and I'm going to have one player playing like a Fey dragon. So rather than just playing like a dragonborn, they're going to be a quadrupedal actual dragon, and whatever we'll work around it to have the fun that we need. But it's the Feywild. You're not going to have like a collective of just like elves and basic like Fey races. It's a weird ass place. You're going to have pixies hang out with dragons. That maybe there's an elf there or a changeling, but there's going to be an odd bunch of people. And I think that makes for a much cooler party in a theme that you're going for.
Yeah. A more interesting world.
Yeah.
Rather than just having humans and humanoids.
Yeah.
Something different. Yeah.
Maybe a wizard, but a dragon or something.
You've played Baldur's Gate?
A little bit.
Okay. What were your thoughts on that?
I think it's good. I think it's a good introduction to D&D.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played past Act 2 multiple times. I think that's a common thing. I don't think that's uncommon. I think a lot of people have like made a new character. Like, you know what? I actually want to like try a new one. But I think it's good. I think it's really helpful to bring along new players, and they sort of get a grasping of the rules and how it works. But it doesn't do justice to the openness of free choice. In an actual D&D campaign, you don't have 4 dialogue options to choose from, and that can be a very different experience.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's great.
It's great. It can be a bit linear at times. There's definitely that. But I mean,
it'd be difficult to make a fully open world.
To make a full.
Maybe one day with AI. Who knows?
What's your favorite like fantasy game then?
Oh.
Do you play many?
I actually don't play many video games. My only nerdy thing is Dungeons and Dragons. I'm a gym manager. I'm like that stereotypical like jock nerd.
Jock nerd, yeah.
Yeah. Like I like the gym and I like Dungeons and Dragons. No, but it's good. I think Diablo was one that I was really into.
Yeah.
Me and my dad played that for a while, and that was awesome. I played that multiple times.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think the game I have the most hours on has nothing to do with like high fantasy. This is like when I was first like figuring out video games, and I played like 1,000 hours of Team Fortress 2.
Oh my god! Wow.
Yeah. Medic man over here. That was my jam.
I actually never got to play TF2. By the time I had something that could run it, it was like overrun with hackers and stuff like that. So I never touched it.
The snipers aiming at the sky, shooting down. And, Yeah. I haven't touched that game in a very long time. But Diablo was awesome. I like dark fantasy. I think dark fantasy is a very cool theme.
Witcher?
No, I've not played I haven't even watched it.
Don't watch it.
Don't watch it? Okay.
Don't watch it. I only watched season 1, but I know what happens in 2 and 3, and it is horrific.
I like his Geralt's vibe though. He's cool.
Geralt's great. I love the games is. I haven't been able to get through the books because the books are so monologue heavy.
Yeah.
And it's just so much. I don't know. I just don't like them. Maybe it's part of the translation. Some people love them, but the games for me are like that's. I mean, partly it was because Witcher 3 was the first like adult game I could play. I was allowed to play. But it's similar. It's that dark.
Yeah.
You know. It's not a happy world.
Monsters beyond the darkness.
Yeah. Sometimes you make choices and they're just not. They have unexpected consequences.
I would think I would enjoy video games a bit more because I really don't like books. I have aphantasia, so I can't I can't imagine. Whenever I tell people how much I love D&D, they get really confused by the playing pretend game where you imagine everything. And the fact that I can't imagine it is very baffling to a lot of people.
Wow.
And I need to figure out why I like it so much. I like cooking, and I think that cooking and D&D have something similar in common. I'm preparing something to give to people, and then preparing an experience for other people to enjoy.
Yeah, that's social.
And even though I can explain what the thing is, I'm not seeing it, but I'm getting good reactions from other people, and I think that satisfaction of creating here's this magic in the world, and they like it.
That's so fascinating.
Yeah.
So, if you don't mind me asking more, I've never heard of this before. So if you just read, you're just looking at the words on the page, is that?
Yeah. I don't
really.
There's not much going on up in the noggin of mine, apart from just interpreting the words.
Wow.
I think the best form of non-visual is voice. I try my best whenever we're playing to do voices for all the NPCs. Yep. I think I've gotten all right at it. We've been doing it for a while now. But
gotta give us one.
Go on, give me a character then.
An old witch.
Hello.
I love doing the deep voices. Deep voices are fun.
Sorry, that was so good.
In Griffin's game, my partner's brother, I play Sir Given von Hanson. He's a very noble paladin, and I love doing the deep and British accent. It's a lot of fun.
That's actually amazing. Wow.
And then there's Fester, who we were talking about before, and he has a fun voice as well.
I have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Wow, do you just spend hours in the mirror practicing?
No, but sometimes I'll be like in the car driving, like if we've got a good long road trip, music is off. And I'll like spend my time just sitting there talking to myself. It's a great time. People don't know half of my preparation is not behind the screen. It's on the road talking to myself in different voices, preparing like I'm monologuing to myself in the car.
You've got to become a voice actor. That's incredible.
It'd be fun. I reckon it'd be a lot of fun.
Dude, yeah. Okay, I'm putting that away in my head. I'm going to have to get you in for something.
For some voice acting? Yeah. I've got a couple of mates in game development, so I'm like, when it's all done and you need some voices, I'm the guy.
100%. That is incredible. Wow. So, it must just... Have you ever seen the meme of... It's like... There's 5 panels or something, and it's like you read the word and it's like got nothing, and then the apple gets more.
I have no idea.
All right, I'm gonna have to.
Are you pulling it up? Okay. Oh, I can see the screen.
Yeah.
This is awesome. The 5-panel apple meme.
What? This is not what I wanted.
I'm looking at a whole screen on Google Images of just apples.
Yeah.
That are either translucent or being bitten. Oh, that's cool.
This one?
No, the apple with a hole in it.
I am blind. Where is it?
I don't know what made me...
Oh, that? No.
Nope. Is that it?
There, this is it.
Oh, yeah, this is the aphantasia thing, right?
Yeah.
5.
Wow.
If you told me to like picture pink or like blue or any color, people are like, do you just like, is it just like black when you imagine? I'm like, no, it's not anything. The only reason it is black, if I like close my eyes and try to imagine it, and it's dark, is because I'm looking through my eyelids.
Do you hear a voice in your head? Like,
it's my own.
Yeah.
I have to repeat things back. I think that's like why I do voices as well. Or like I'll find myself like talking my thoughts out loud, and that's why I like monologue in the car.
Yeah.
It's because I'll just be when like you're talking to me, it's almost like I'm replaying it back.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying it to myself again to process it. It's a real weird way of thinking.
I get that. That one I have, because I can hear my own voice.
Okay,
and you know, it's almost like I'm not narrating, but you know.
Yeah. Could you hear my voice in your head if I like stopped speaking? Could you replicate it in your own mind?
A little bit. Yeah.
So, if you started speaking, I had to go back on like your voice. It would just be me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, no, because that was always something that tripped me. If I hadn't seen anyone in a while, like trying to think and remember what their voices are. And I can do a few people, but if I know them well enough, but not. Yeah, that's fascinating. So, I guess because I read a lot, and when I read, each character has a very distinctive voice to me.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to imagine what it would be like to just.
If I was gonna read, I'd do like audiobooks and try to like read it and actually give them a voice. I think that'd be a much easier way for me to listen to it as well.
I can't do audiobooks because if I'm reading, I'm like seeing what's happening.
Yeah.
Part of.
Where are you at in the scale?
I'm 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a thing called hyperphagia too, because it is like the image that you're showing me. It's a spectrum.
Yep.
There's aphantasia and there's hyperphagia. So hyperphagia is almost imagining more than there is to what you're being told.
Yeah, that sounds
pretty
accurate. Yeah.
I know a few people like that where they'll add things to the scene that necessarily aren't being told.
Yeah.
And sometimes my partner's got this, and I'll be describing something, like I was describing almost like the first villain of the game. His name's Agaric, and he's this like lanky elven bald guy, and he's got like this almost shelf of mushrooms emerging from his chest. He's very like grotesque.
Yeah.
And I showed an image of like after we were done of like, this is the art that we got done by our artist, and Till goes, I thought he was meant to be uglier. I was like, no. He's an alright chap. He's pretty elegant. He's not ugly. He got long ears and big hands. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mushrooms. Interesting. Yeah. When I think part of like, so when I write a script, because I've kind of clashed with a few of people in the film degree, and like I'll have the script and I will see exactly the shots that I want and how to cut it and stuff, and then trying to communicate
that. Makes so much sense. Yeah.
It's just something that I've always been able to do. So when other, it's that's interesting. I didn't know the term for it. I've also not looked into it, but that is really, I
don't think it's super well known either.
No.
Diss me.
Because my mother doesn't have a voice in her head, and she doesn't understand how I do.
Yeah.
She just does.
Does she see things as well? Like, does she does she have hyperphagia, or does she have some level of like imagination visually?
I've never actually discussed that with her, but I'm definitely gonna have to.
Well, because the only reason I thought I didn't know it existed. I didn't know I was different. My dad told me about it, because my dad's also got it.
Right.
And for a long time, people thought it wasn't hereditary. And then my dad was like, guess what? Nan's also got it. I was like, well, great. Look at that.
Yeah. That's interesting. It must be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But Dad's been playing D&D for like 30 years as well. So
two things that you wouldn't think go together, but
imagination and the playing pretend game. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I'd be very interested if you ever have you written short stories or...
For school, but I like the only writing I do is for D&D.
Yeah, because if you ever wrote one for your campaigns, I'd be fascinated to read to see.
I've written recaps and stuff. Like I think I've got like a good 20,000 words worth of recaps from the final Dantuno.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty lengthy one. But now that we've got them all on like audio recording, I don't need to write them anymore.
Oh, yeah, I hate writing recaps.
Oh, it's not too bad. I just do them in dot points now, because I don't need to go back and write like a long, extensive thing, because now we've just got it all of us actually playing.
Yeah.
Which is good.
You know what? So this is something that my girlfriend put me onto to like do because we would have a Discord.
Yep.
So we have a website.
Oh, for your D&D game? Is it like a wiki?
It's like
because I've seen people do this before, and with how I envision Tabletop Tales going forward, I do want it to be almost like a extensive, very extensive world of, by running those offshore campaigns where they're not very long, they're like 4 or 5 sessions long, and I'll have other people playing in them, and there's a cross of different characters, and others can meet, and it makes it feel a lot more dynamic, rather than just like every single like hero campaign is going to be 6 people that coincidentally meet. There's other things that are going on and other experiences that the world can show. That way the audience can see it, the way we can experience it, and the way we can expand on it, rather than, because like I've been DMing for 7 years, and I can create these ideas and experiences, right? I can, like I would say I'm pretty good at it now.
Yeah.
But I'm only one guy. When I've got myself creating the foundation for it, that's also been built upon by other people and the stories that they've played in. When there's other people almost influencing the world around them, rather than just like me writing about the hells, let's play a campaign in it. That way we know a bit more about it, and it's a little bit more dynamic, because there's a bit more personal attachment to some of the characters there, or the Feywild, or like a piece of history. I think history is a really cool one, of instead of something that feels so distant and more just like a tale. Even for us, it makes it feel real, because we played in it, and it was an actual campaign that we got to run. Even if it was for a short period of time, it is something that did happen, and we know a little bit more about it because we got to play.
having a wiki for especially something as expansive
as that. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
I think it'd be handy for myself as well. Trying to scroll through, because all of my stuff is there's probably such a better way to do it. I've got a mate who uses Obsidian, but I use exclusively just docs for everything.
Yeah.
And it's like I've got my very specific way I've got to write it.
Mm-hmm.
Size 10 Merriweather is is the way to go. It's always size 10 Merriweather, and then I use the titles and bolds, and everything's very, very well organized in a very specific way. That way I can find it nicely and it looks all pretty. I love it.
For me, it's size 12 Roberto.
Comic Sans.
No, it's yeah.
All right, what's this? Alien.
So this is for our alien stuff, right? So go look at. So these are the games. So these two at the bottom.
Yeah.
Heart of Darkness and Hope's the Last Day.
So are these the different campaigns you've played or run?
So the top two are the ones we've run.
Yep.
And then the bottom two is what's coming.
Sure.
Heart of Darkness, I'm super excited to do.
I can't really tell what the image is, but it looks pretty cool.
It's meant to be an alien head, but it's the plot hook is you're on a space station that's falling into a black hole.
Oh, cool.
So you're on a timer to get out before so we're doing a what's it called? Homebrew alien right now, completely, and it's set on. This is what bothers me. Okay, it is on a frozen moon. It's about a group of colonists who are going to this mining colony, and get stranded on this frozen moon.
Yep.
Alien RPG just announced their next campaign. It's about a group of Marines who get stranded on a mining colony on a frozen moon.
Actually?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
It's not the world's most original idea.
Yeah.
I'm bitter about it. Anyway, so for me, so you can see.
Oh, that's a cool way of doing it. So what is this? This is the... What?
Google Sites.
Google Sites.
Yeah. So we just share it amongst
cool.
ourselves because we're not sharing this to anyone else.
Yeah.
But I've got little things on each of them. You can see everyone's basically dead.
Well, they all... Oh, yeah, cool.
So these top
look
three...
through all the characters. Yeah. Nice.
Because they were all pre-gen ones.
Yeah.
They all played. So you can see... But then the summary...
You gotta love it.
Oh, God.
Albert Johns.
Albert Johns, yes. So Johns is a funny name because most of the players had never seen an Alien movie before we started this. So we were like, well, we're going to watch the Alien movies and we may as well play the game. So we watched the first Alien. The first name that comes up on Alien is John Hurt. So then the joke, I don't even know, it's not even a funny joke, but they go, oh, John Alien, oh, John Dead, and it's just a recurring...
I don't know how that's a joke, but that's something my friend group have got too. I was like, there'll just be someone that's very specifically niched.
Yeah.
It's they'll be like, oh, what's up, John Jim? Because I'll get back from work, or I got a mate who does who's flown planes, and it's John Pilot.
John Pilot, yeah. Well, the consequences of that is we've had...
Aaliyah Davis looks like John Pilot.
John Pilot. Well, unfortunately, we've got John Gurge and John Heel.
Oh my God, is that
So these are the current ones. You can see some of them have done a bit of work for the characters. Other ones are not.
John Heel. Was he a healer? Oh, he's a medic. Yeah,
he's
nice.
a medic. And he's got a cat.
Yeah, sick.
The cat's name is... I can't quite remember what the cat's name is.
John Meow.
So this is what I do for my session summaries. What I'm going to do as well is... Because it's been a couple of weeks since we played, because a couple of people went overseas and stuff. How dare they? It's
How
JC.
dare you ruining the scheduling of my campaign? Right? How dare you?
So John Cat's the cat's name. John Cat.
It is John Cat?
JC, yeah.
Yeah, dude. John Cat.
John Cat.
Nice. This is really cool.
But we're going to do a Kahoot to remind what it's like, what things that have happened in it and stuff.
I was on a drive back from Sydney. I was in the car with my partner. It was late at night. I was like, oh, you know what? To avoid getting tired, there's a tool. Have you heard of Gemini Notebook? It's like a AI tool that you can use that can piece like a bunch of your documents together, and it has a function where you can like make quizzes. Yeah. So it like looked through all of the like the documents about some of the documents of my world until was in the car and was like. And asked it to give like a quiz. So I'd be in the car and I was like, all right, time to test my knowledge of my own world. And we spent like an hour going through, and it'd be like some really niche thing, and I'd think about it for a moment, I'd get it, and I'd be gassed, and that would keep me awake for the rest of the drive. It's awesome. It was so good.
That's such a clever way of, keeping up with.
It's like flashcards for an assignment.
Words.
Yeah, it's like flashcards for an assignment.
Yeah. I do like writing the summaries, but it can be a bit of a like, well, we've just done this, got to go over it again. Yeah. So recordings gets that whole out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Alien. If you can't tell.
But are you more of a sci-fi guy over high fantasy?
I like fantasy. I've just 5e's fine. I just find it too safe.
Yeah.
Like the
What do you mean by safe?
I mean, it's pretty standard. Like, it's the baseline, right? I like Alien in that you have like 5 health points at max. You know, like
make it feel risky.
Yeah, like every combat is, give and take. And I like having a lot of that flexibility to just do what you want, kind of thing. So I have actually looked into a couple of other Free League games that they've got, and they've got a couple that. Like Symborum seems really interesting.
I've never heard of it.
It's... I think that's not how you spell it. Yeah, there we go. It's dark, gritty. It's basically Alien, but fantasy.
Yeah. Okay.
And...
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see, looking at it,
Yeah, sweet.
Trees, fog.
Yep.
Yeah. There's also Vaesen, which is a Nordic investigative fantasy.
Yeah.
So,
well, I have because there's so many corners to Victoria now. Like, so there's so many different places that I can have. Like, some places are very like high and very elegant and very like very high fantasy of more like Lord of the Rings, or I can have places that are more inspired by like Diablo.
Yeah.
And I can have places that are darker, and I have all these different realms to tamper with and bring things in and influence the world. But I think D&D is completely fine for it. I actually really like D&D for it because I don't care about the rules as much. Like it's a good baseline. We've had one combat in the 3 sessions we've done, and it wasn't even a long one. It took 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And we've enjoyed doing that more because we get it out of the way, and then we can get back to the meat of it. Like you're building a character around having these like abilities and how many attacks you can do, this and that. But like in the end, the story's not driven as much by the combat. The only time I'll really chuck a combat in there is when we are using it for narrative purpose. Because obviously there's villains. You're going to need to fight them. And those times are fun. But you don't want to, like, I don't do travel anymore. That's something I've cut out for a long time. I've gotten rid of it completely. Unless there's something in the travel that is going to be important to the narrative, I completely scratch it. It's just like, here's the things that have happened over the travel. This is the sort of environment you go through. After X amount of time, blah, blah, blah. I'll like do some descriptions of like what they pass, how it looks, how they feel over it. And then they get there. That way we don't waste any time not doing the good stuff. Because would you rather be out in the forest when the forest doesn't matter? Or would you rather be in the big city where you were trying to get in the first place?
Yeah. Speeding it up.
Yeah. And I can see the value of doing travel too. Like, it makes it feel like it's difficult, and it feels like it needs to take time. But not like, at least my table doesn't have fun doing it, so we don't do it. We move over it so we can get to the things that we do enjoy. And there's some tables which I've played at which love combat, and they love less roleplay. And that's, I think, a more traditional way of how D&D was played. Like, that's how my dad and his mates go about it. And there's a lot more combat. There's a lot more dice rolling. But like, we've taken that, and I think modern D&D has been take that, scrap it, less combat, less dice rolling. Like, I'll have, like we were talking about before, I'll just let things happen if it's just going to be cool.
Yeah.
And I'll give player agency. I'll be like, what does it look like when you kill this thing? What does this thing look like? What does that thing look like? If they want to do funny things with spells, it's like, oh, that's not how that's not how guiding bolt works. Why not? Why can't it work that way?
Yeah.
We're playing pretend. I think it's very important to be able to give players that agency because we are playing a imaginary game.
Yeah. Have you ever played Everyone is John?
No, but I think you did with Alien.
All right, yeah, fair point.
John Heel.
Yeah, I was like, God damn you, but also, sure, like, if this is what you want. So I just call them by their last name.
Yeah.
Except for John Hill.
What's Everyone is John?
So Everyone is John is, it's like an hour-long improv game, basically.
Okay.
Where every character, or every player, plays the same character, John.
It's really funny.
So everyone has a goal, right?
Is it different or the same?
All different.
Okay.
Nobody knows what each other's goal is.
Oh, everyone there's John Cat and John Hill, bro, right there.
It's so they. Okay, so the first time I ran them was a couple of weeks ago. I had 3 people, and we made the mistake of everyone. They had varying difficulties. So one person their challenge was they needed to nail a job interview, right?
Yep.
Pretty fair enough. Another one, befriend an animal. Okay, sure.
Is it an improv game?
Yeah. The last one.
Or you just have to like act it out?
No.
Oh, you actually have to do it?
No. You're just like, so the players tell me what they want John to do, and then John goes and does it.
Nice.
They each have 2 skills.
So it's like a RPG.
Yeah.
I thought it was like get up and about, and they had to.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the last one was to summon Cthulhu. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
There's a bit of step, you know.
John Warlock.
But the skills are, if you have the skill, you have to roll a 3 or above. It's a D6, right?
Yeah, cool.
3 or above. If you don't have the skill, you can still do it.
Yeah.
You need to roll a 6, right? If you fail at it, it just means that, like, because everyone has a certain amount of willpower and they bid how much willpower they want to take charge.
Yep.
Because it's kind of like who can complete it the fastest.
Yeah.
And it's a really good like brain teaser RPG because
that sounds really good.
You don't really plan much out.
Well, because you could just think about it. You got to be like, where is John? What's John gonna do? Where's John gonna go?
Yeah.
And that's less on the person narrating at that point. That's more on the player.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a really cool tool to get players to start thinking about like what they can add to the story.
Mm-hmm.
First session I ran, our current campaign, one of the characters, pirate, he's looking for something to smoke, and he is asking about, and one of the players, without even me knowing, he just goes, as we were walking in, I saw a stall selling some. I was like, that is exactly what I want out of a campaign. Add shit, because is a cigar store really gonna influence the story that heavily? No. It's not like you're being like, oh, I saw the major villain of the campaign just chilling out in the bar over there, because they know that's not true, because that's something I decide. But why can't there be a cigar shop? Why can't they go buy smokes? Like, if they can say it, makes it way easier, and it just adds a little moment, hastens things up, means that I don't need to think about it on the spot as well. Takes some of the pressure off me.
Learning the power of yes and is a game changer, you know? Because, like, there are definitely times where you have to say no, but, like, just going, like, sure, you know, and building on what they pitch or what they want to do.
Yep.
It's just so much more satisfying to both yourself and the players, I guess.
I've had a fair few good moments where it's just been the characters have role played so heavily and had such good moments where I've just scrapped the roles.
Yeah.
That's something I have to... Do you know who Brendan Lee Mulligan is?
Yes.
Yeah. Something he did in a short campaign called EXU Calamity, which was this just short campaign where it was detrimental, bad. One of them was like the herald of the city, and he goes on a little bit of a tangent and about and he goes on for like 5 minutes, and he has like this long spiel of like telling the city what they need to do to get out safely. And at the end he has this emotional thing where he mentions each one of the rest of the players in the party, and in the end, because he was like the herald of the city, he does all these advertisements and he goes, don't forget this player, or like don't forget this character, don't forget this character, and don't forget this character who was his ex-wife, the most beautiful person in the world. And he goes, and don't forget the Market of Wonders. And then Brendan was just like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, no role needed. It was so good. And I think allowing for them to do that is awesome. Just let it run.
Let it run. Yeah.
If they do something good, don't be like, oh yeah, now you roll for it. And even though they did it really well, you can there's a chance you could punish them for it. You don't want to punish them for it. You want to reward your players for doing something awesome.
Yeah.
You want to make them feel cool. Your goal is never to make your players feel like absolute idiots. Sometimes it happens. I had like the big, strong barbarian pirate guy try to like intimidate the villain currently, and he like grabbed him on the shoulder and tried to kick his leg out to like make him kneel, and he rolled a natural 1. and it was so devastating. Brody walked out of the room. But like I said, but that was funny.
Yeah.
Like that wouldn't be like if it was something that was super like important, like it would have shown a cool like tone to his character.
Yeah.
But moments that are super, super influential and like big effort is put towards them, reward that.
100%. Yeah. But it's in John because it's like trying to be silly. I had one player who you make dice rolls because if it fails, then like they give up control. So if you like, you have to make them roll at times.
Yeah.
But one of the characters, he was in a dance competition.
Yeah.
And he had close-up magic.
Yeah.
He didn't have a dancing skill. He had magic. So he's like, well, I'm going to use this to like show off, you know. And he described this amazing dance that he did while the final countdown's playing.
Nice.
And he's like, the final thing is he's going to open up his jacket and a bird's going to fly out. Rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So I'm like, look, you still do all that, except you open your jacket, throw the bird, that dove just falls down to the ground.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It build on it, you know, yeah.
Yeah, because there's always external factors.
Yeah.
When it's a character that's like good at something and the player like explains it well, or there's a good reason for them to already have like done it well. When there's something with a little bit of chance, you can give them like some advantage.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of external factors that could influence it, then they would make a roll. And if there's things that are actively going against them, chuck disadvantage at them, or like punish them, make it harder. Like that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Set
DCs are a BS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apart from like spells and stuff, obviously that's a bit fair. But
you're saying you can't have a fireball just constantly have to get to the
automatic max damage. Yeah, run it.
God. Well, unfortunately, we are out of time. But where can they find you?
You can find Tabletop Tales on YouTube and Spotify. We've just finished wrapping up the Clavishani Blood War, which is our mini-series campaign. And we are currently in the works of working on our long-form campaign, which you can also listen to soon.
Perfect. And, well, you can find me at the Now Now podcast on both Instagram and TikTok.
Love it.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.